We live in a crazy mixed up world, you and me. A world where people scurry about their busy lives trying to live up to their hopes and dreams. And in the midst of this frantic fray, there are people who put the fabric of society to the test. They push and pull like overzealous midgets in a mud wrestling competition. Every once in a while, one of these little people steps over the line and somebody gets hurt. That's where I come in. In a society like ours, somebody has to be there to look out for these poor, downtrodden souls. Somebody has to balance the finicky scales of justice. Somebody has to be there to make things right. And that somebody is me, Bill Rohleder, Private Eye. It was late on a Sunday afternoon. All the other detectives had probably headed home for the night. But I'm not like other detectives. I'm Bill Rohleder, Private Eye. His name was Harper, and I didn't like him. I don't really know why. Something in my gut told me he was kind of a jerk. But he had a real problem.
I have a real problem.
He had a pretty sweet gig going, writing and recording theme songs for various people. Theme song writing is a very delicate and often misunderstood art form, just like origami or competitive eating. So it goes without saying that in the theme song business, a snitch can be one mess of a problem. But no mess is too problematic for Bill Rohleder, Private Eye.
Are these all files?
Yes, Mr. Rohleder, this is everything in my operation. Do you really think you can help?
Under one condition.
Yes?
Don't call me Mr. Rohleder. I'm Bill Rohleder, Private Eye.
I didn't have much to go on. Just a stack of files thinner than a vegetarian that works in a butcher shop. Some of the pictures I had looked familiar. Some looked a little too familiar. Most people would say that with just a list of people, some pictures, and my gut instinct, I was dead in the water. But when it came time to make my first move, I didn't even need to consider the first two. Why? Because I'm Bill Rohleder, Private Eye. His name was Chris, and I didn't like him. Somehow he found out that his theme song was being filmed in secret. That's not the kind of info just anybody gets their hands on. No, this thug had connections. My instincts told me that the only way to get to the bottom of this sticky mess was to shake these connections out of him. And you have to follow your instincts when you're Bill Rohleder, Private Eye. So I stood there outside the foreboding door, not knowing for sure what kind of sinister men I'd encounter on the other side. But sometimes you just don't know what your future will hold, especially when you're Bill Rohleder, Private Eye.
Hey, I'm looking for a thug named Chris. Chris Rohleder.
Oh, get in there.
What is this?
Taking you in.
Hey,
Taking you in, scum.
why?
I don't have to answer questions with scum like you.
I don't even know who you are. What have I
Tell me
done?
what's going on.
I'm taking him in. Because I'm Bill Rohleder, Private Eye.
We're gonna get this figured out. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. According to Bill Rohleder, Private Eye.
His name was Justin, and I didn't like him. He was the kind of guy who got his kicks in peculiar ways. But that didn't mean he wasn't useful.
Are you ready to talk?
I don't know anything.
That's baloney and you know it.
It wasn't really bologna. Bologna is a tasty lunch meat, and his lack of cooperation was anything but tasty.
Just tell us who the snitch is and this will all be over.
Like, it'll all be over as in you're going to kill me, or it'll all be over as in you're going to let me go? That's kind of ambiguous, don't you think?
I'll just leave that up to your imagination. Ambiguity is my middle name.
That was a lie. I don't have a middle name, because I'm Bill Rohleder, Private Eye.
This isn't going anywhere. Justin, do you want to have a little fun with him? Gladly.
No! 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 Stop! I'll tell you everything.
Finally, I had something to go with. A name. I knew it wouldn't be long now before all the wrongs would be righted, which was good, because I was hungry for justice. Actually, I was only metaphorically hungry for justice. Physically, I was hungry for ice cream.
Give me some ice cream. I'm Bill Rohleder, Private Eye.
Her name was Joetta, and I didn't like him. That probably had something to do with her being the one I was after the entire time. She was the rat. I've said it before and I'll say it again. We live in a crazy mixed up world, you and me. A world where some things are just wrong. A world where Desperate Housewives can run for several seasons, and Firefly can get canceled in less than one. But we do have a choice. We can stand by and let it all happen, or we can try and fix it, once and for all. I'm Bill Rohleder, Private Eye.
Surprise! Everyone's surprised when they get a visit from Bill Rohleder, Private Eye. Did you really think you'd get away with it? You don't fool me for a second. You're getting what's coming to you.
Who has the right to decide who lives and who dies? Who could ever have the authority to make that kind of ultimate decision? Only one person I know, and that person is me, Bill Rohleder, Private Eye.
Computer, for real.